Hi, my name is Dr. Paul Zeitz. I'm a physician and expert in public health and preventive medicine. I am a survivor of childhood sexual violence at the age of 6 or 7 at the hands of my father. This is a photo of me at that age. My abuse happened in the 1960s, before the internet. While my father loved Polaroid cameras and had all the latest filming gadgetry, I'm so glad that there was no internet at that time where my pictures could have been posted and recirculated over and over again. I want to make the point that the scourge of sexual violence is highly linked to familial or the close family circle, who are the primary abusers of prepubescent children circulating sexual abuse material on the iCloud, storing it on the iCloud and circulating it on Apple products. And then of course there's a whole other pandemic of sexual violence happening for post-pubescent children, peer-to-peer, and all the sex extortion and all the other ways that sexual violence is unfolding. We must get at the root of the problem. And when I discovered that I was a survivor, I made a commitment, a personal commitment, that I would do everything I could to protect all children, including my grandchildren and all future generations. And I have evolved in my journey from being a victim to being a survivor to being a thriver, and now I'm an aliver. We are alive. And I'm honored to be part of a growing global safety movement, child safety movement, child protection movement. Here in the United States, we have dozens of organizations mobilizing on the streets and in Congress and in schools and everywhere, protecting kids in sport and religious organizations and the Boy Scouts, where all this abuse is happening. We are not going to stop until this ends. We are building a movement to end childhood sexual violence. We are here today at the Worldwide Developers Conference to call on Apple and every one of the developers and every human, every person of conscience, take every possible action to protect children from sexual violence. They can build technology in new ways. Let kids easily report abuse. Require safer apps from all these app developers. Stop the spread of online photos and videos. Clean out the iCloud. As a public health physician, I believe that this is a public health emergency of the highest order. We need to act like it's a public health emergency because it is. Millions, as Tom said, children around the country and around the world are being assaulted and violated through technology. And we need to stop it, and we need to treat it like a public health emergency. We have to call on our governments, the federal government, the president, the Congress. They're doing nothing right now. They're sitting on their hands while children are being raped in every corner of our country. Our governors, our state legislatures, our local governments, everyone must rise and take action to protect our children. We call on Congress to immediately require Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, to testify before Congress and explain why his company is failing to keep children safe from online sexual violence. So this journey of being a survivor to an aliver is filled with grief and sadness. And I grieve today for everything that we've all experienced, and for all the children and people who have experienced sexual violence that aren't with us today. I grieve. I grieve for the lack of progress that we've made so far in getting our Congress and our government to wake up. I grieve that Tim Cook remains asleep in the face of this crisis. And I've transformed that grief into revolutionary optimism, because I know we can win. We can change this. We will. Let's do it. It's go time.